Hello and welcome to my Child and I channel. I am Uche Nanduka, a positive discipline educator who supports adults to acquire children behavior guidance skills. In fact, children behavior guidance skills are essential to every adult who care for children at home, school, and elsewhere because it will help you acquire the ability to be in charge of every childcare relationship in which the child is well supported to think and act rightly without much of the noise, confusion, and struggles of punishment. Okay, if you've not subscribed to this channel, this is the time to click on the subscribe button. Really, I have an event I witnessed during the week to share with you, and the event is such that it has some lessons, childcare lessons to learn. We are in a bus traveling on a moderately long distance, and at a point, the driver of the vehicle started calling his child to come out at certain point, in fact, a filling station, to pick up something he packaged for his family. So, and he actually kept calling the person, and the person said he was going to wait at that particular filling station. So we got there. The driver parked his vehicle and walked down, and I could see him calling and asking, "Where are you? You're not where I told you to be." So after about 3 to 5 minutes, a child of about 14, 16 years old walked towards him, and immediately he sighted that child. He rushed towards him, slapped. He was targeting his head, hit him and hit him and hit him, and was saying what I couldn't really understand because he was very angry. Then the next thing he did was to point at that thing he kept on the floor and stormed out from where the boy was, entered the vehicle. So the boy in all this was calm, and after his dad walked into the car, he then walked past that package and was walking off where we were. And when his father noticed that he didn't touch what he kept for him to carry and was walking down the road, his father had to necessarily park the car again and started murmuring. He started pitying himself, saying, "See me, all I suffer for this family, this boy, only for him to come and carry this thing from me, and he couldn't just do it. He just made me angry." And we waited for another 10 minutes or thereabouts, and the boy walked out from wherever he went and started walking towards what his dad kept. So when the dad sighted him going towards that thing he kept for him to carry, he then drove off. So when we had driven off, I then decided to engage him. And the details of my engagement with him will surely interest you because there are lessons to learn for not just him and every other person in the vehicle, but you also that is watching this video. So keep watching, watch to the end, and you will learn the lessons from that incident. Okay, my engagement with him was quite interesting. So I asked him, "What are you really doing with your child that you suddenly rushed towards him and started hitting him on his face and his head like that?" He said, "Didn't we see that he kept calling him to come and he didn't come? And then he got angry and he had to start hitting him that way." I then asked him, did you have to necessarily hit him that way for you to tell him that he did the wrong thing? And then after you have hit him, did you achieve your purpose of making him understand he did the wrong thing and helping him build the behavioral muscles to do it better next time? Did you really achieve it? Didn't you notice that the child was desperate to spite you, to tell you that you've just wasted your time and your effort and your strength? I asked him again, "It's possible you didn't sleep with your family in the night because you have to work to earn money and you're driving down beside your house and your son came out. Okay, how come? What happened to your relationship with your child that you couldn't give him a smile? a hug, that you couldn't go towards him and even touch him, and somehow touch him and say, "How are you?" Okay, what happened? And you were so angry and you forgot all these. And in the end, you didn't achieve your aim of correcting him. The possibility is quite high that next time he would still do even worse to make you more angry. Have you seen it? That you've just more or less wasted your time, caused pain for your child. I asked him at a point, that thing you were slapping him on his face, a man like you slapping a child like that with so much strength and vigor, don't you think that it can have an effect on his brain development? Okay, didn't you think of the shame you caused him, a boy big like that, in this public place? Didn't you think that whatever you did have harmed him instead of helping him? Okay, and the man actually went on a journey to correct his child. But by the time I asked him all these questions, he understood that he didn't achieve much. And his next statement will interest you. So the next thing he said was, "That was how my parents trained me. That was how they trained me. And am I not who I am?" Okay, at that point, I actually smiled. And then I said, "Your parents trained you that way. They hit you and hit you. And you are who you are. Are you sure that who you are is the best you can be? Are you sure in terms of how happy you are, how healthy you are, the heights, the academic achievements you could make, in terms of skill acquisition? Are you living your life to its fullest? Are you really happy with yourself, with your wife, with your children? Are you really satisfied? Even outside your home, people you relate with, are you sure you are at your best for yourself and for others? Are you really sure that that your parents did to you, that you think it was the right thing and you want to do it to your child, that is the best?" And I asked again, is it everything that your parents did in living their lives that you are doing? How come you are insistent on your harming your child the way your parents harmed you? Okay, and then I actually engaged him further on how he could have handled it rightly. And that's what I want to hit at. How could he have handled that situation better? I think what he could have done was to wait for him to see him. And if I were him, I'll be saying, "Hey, yeah, am I sure my child is okay? Oh, let me wait and see him to know what is delaying him." Okay, and when you cite your child that probably you left the previous day or 2 days before that, the first you will do is to show excitement. And that's, we call it connection. You give him a smile or a hug. Even if you can't afford a smile because you are offended, at least go close to him, pat him on the back and say, "How are you?" And then you hear him say, "I am fine." And then the next thing is, "You delayed me. You delayed me. I've actually waited for 5 minutes, and you know I'm a driver. I have people in my vehicle. If I waste time here, some of them may start using wrong words on me and shouting at me, and it wouldn't be nice. That was why I kept calling you." And then the next thing I would do is to expect him to make a response, at least say something. Okay, it can be, "Oh, it wasn't intentional. I actually had a running stomach," or this or that, and I listened to him to find out what actually happened, so that if I want to blame him, I will know from what angle I will blame him. Okay, because the man didn't even allow his child to talk, so he wasn't sure what delayed his child, whether the child was genuinely delayed by something he couldn't have avoided. He wouldn't know because he didn't even talk with him. So if I were to be on in his shoes, I would listen to my child. After I've listened to him, I will know what explanation to add so that his mind will form well. And that I'm doing all these things, I'll be conscious that his emotions should support him to behave rightly. So I'll also be conscious of not harming his emotions, so that his emotions will be available for him to think rightly and then take a right decision and then acquire more knowledge on how to handle that situation better. Perhaps if he can tell me what delayed him, then I would say, oh, next time when such a thing happens, do this one first before you do the other one. Okay. And if I were him, I would ensure that I remain connected to my child even as I drive off. The man didn't have an opportunity to understand what happened. He couldn't add to his child's reasoning process. He couldn't help his child. The child just walked out angry and will probably sulk over that issue for a long time without really getting a help on how to think better and act better next time. Then the next thing you do after you are sure that you've supported the child to acquire the knowledge and the ability is to firmly tell the child, please do the right thing. Okay, firmly, without any threat or any punishment. Howsoever, you don't need all those things. They are just a distraction. They will just delay the correction process without adding anything good to the child's life. Okay, we need to just conclude. And our conclusion here is that correction corrects, punishment punishes. They're not the same. They're not the same at all. And in this video, we've just given you a summary of what the correction process looks like. Okay? And please apply it. And the struggles you have with your child will reduce, and you support your child more. Okay? Remember that you have to be sure you've subscribed to this channel. Not just you, but other adults that you will love to help with the right knowledge. Because we are interested in every child everywhere. Share this video, like this video, leave your comments. Because when you do such things, you encourage others to also watch our videos and visit our channel. Thank you very much for watching this video, and watch out for my next video. Thank you.